You're born sometime between 2006 and 2010. The world doesn't celebrate your birth with rituals, drums, or festivals, just a Facebook post. Welcome to the world, little one. And maybe a selfie of your mom exhausted after 14 hours of labor, filtered in black and white. Before you even open your eyes properly, your face is already online. You didn't ask for it. But congratulations, your digital footprint just started. Your first toy? Not a stuffed animal? It's a screen, an iPad, a phone, a smart TV. Take your pick. Your parents don't mean to mess you up. They're just tired. Technology is the new babysitter. The glowing screen soothes your cries faster than any lullaby. No bedtime stories. Just Coke-Humlin on repeat until your brain wires itself for dopamine hits before it even learns to read by the time you're 3. You've already mastered swiping, tapping, and skipping ads. Can't tie your shoes yet, but you know. How to unlock your mom's iPhone. You don't speak in full sentences, but you can hum the TikTok songs word for word. Every dopamine spike rewires your brain. Silence feels wrong. Waiting feels painful. Everything has to happen now. Faster, louder, brighter, or you panic. And here's the kicker. No one sees a problem. Your teachers praise your tech skills. Your relatives laugh. Look how smart he is with that phone. Meanwhile, your attention span. Fried. Your emotional regulation. Non-existent. Your ability to sit still without stimulation. Forget it. But hey, at least you're good with tech. Fast forward. You're in school now, or more accurately, a building designed to measure your value by numbers and compliance. 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, learning to sit still, raise your hand, and memorize outdated facts you'll never use. You're taught to follow rules, not question them. Creativity, only if it fits the rubric. You stare at a whiteboard while your mind is racing with images from YouTube, TikTok, and whatever chaos the algorithm threw at you last night. Your body is present, but your mind is somewhere else, maybe in a Minecraft stream, maybe in a mental fog you can't explain. Every day starts the same. Wake up already tired. Check your phone before your eyes fully adjust. Compare your face to a filter, your body to influencers, your life to a curated lie. You scroll past perfect lives and wonder why yours feels like a glitch. At school, you pretend to care. But inside, you're anxious. Constantly about your grades, your followers, your body, your voice, your future. You're too young to vote, but somehow expected to know what career you want, what college you'll attend, and how you'll pay for it, all while navigating puberty, climate collapse, economic doom, to rising tide of existential dread. You're told, these are the best years of your life. That's a cruel joke. You cry in silence because everyone else seems to be doing fine. But they aren't. They're just better at hiding it behind filters, likes, and fake laughs on Snapchat stories. You're all hurting, together but alone. Lunch break? Not a social break. It's survival. You pick a table where you won't look? Pathetic. Check your phone to avoid eye contact. Hope no one notices your cracked screen or that you're eating alone. It's not just a meal. It's a daily social landmine. And when the school bell rings, your day doesn't end. It just shifts. Platforms. School ends, but the anxiety migrates to your phone. Who left you unread? Why didn't they like your post? Did they unfollow you? Are you being ghosted or just ignored? Welcome to adolescence in the digital age. Part popularity contest, part emotional roulette, all wrapped in a shiny, addictive, soul-draining screen. You're a teenager now, supposedly independent, supposedly mature, supposedly figuring it all out. In reality, you're more lost than ever. Only now. You're expected to pretend you aren't. Your body is changing, your emotions are spiraling, and your social life is a battlefield. Friendships dissolve over group chats. One wrong emoji, one ignored message, and suddenly you're out. Canceled, ghosted, muted. You're not sure if people like you or just tolerate your digital presence. It's hard to tell behind the filters and fake LOL responses dating. Don't even start. Romance is a minefield of unread messages, mismatched expectations, and vague situationships that never turn into anything real. You want intimacy, but you're terrified of vulnerability. You've seen too many people mocked for being too clingy, too emotional, too real, so you keep your walls up. You post cryptic stories and hope someone asks if you're okay. No one does. They're too busy crafting their own illusions, perfect bodies, perfect lives, perfect lies. Meanwhile, your screen time hits 9 hours a day. Most of it isn't even fun anymore. It's compulsive. Scroll, swipe, click, repeat, and your mental health. Let's talk about that, or rather, let's not. Because when you do bring it up, adults say you're overreacting. Or worse, they blame your phone as if taking it away will fix your depression, your panic attacks, your insomnia. They don't get it. You don't even get it. All you know is that you're tired all the time, wired but numb, surrounded but so alone. You try coping. Maybe it's vaping behind the school, binge eating at 2 a.m., numbing out on Netflix, or pretending you're fine while everything burns inside. Therapy sounds great in theory, but who can afford it? Who has time for it between school, social media, and the crushing weight of expectations? You wonder, is it just me? Is everyone else handling this better? You don't know. No one talks about it, not really. The group chat never mentions the tears after midnight. The TikToks are all jokes and trends, but never the breakdowns behind the scenes. You're drowning in silence. Worst of all, you've been taught that asking for help is weakness, so you don't. You suffer in digital isolation, in a world where connection is one click away. But real human comfort feels impossibly out of reach. At some point, people stop asking how you are and start asking what you're going to do with your life. College, career, passion, purpose. As if you've had time to figure that out between mental breakdowns, late-night doom scrolling, and trying not to lose your mind in class. You're barely surviving the present, and now you're expected to build a future. You look around and all you see is chaos. College costs more than a house. Jobs pay less than rent. AI might take over everything. Climate change feels like a countdown. And yet somehow, you're the one expected to fix it all with a smile, a side hustle, and a YouTube tutorial. Your parents tell you to work hard and it'll pay off. That worked for them. They bought homes. They built lives. But you're drowning in debt before you even start. You apply for internships that demand 3 years of experience. You try to budget imaginary income. You're sold the dream of freedom. Just after 10 years of payments, anxiety, and grinding through a system that doesn't care if you collapse from burnout at 2 to 2, and even if you make it. Even if you succeed, what does that mean now? A job that barely covers bills? A rented apartment? A fake vacation posted for the gram? The ladder you're climbing feels like it leads nowhere. Just more work, more pressure, or pretending. You're told to follow your passion, but also make sure it pays. Be yourself, but not too much. Be ambitious, but don't burn out. Be different, but don't rock the boat. It's a constant contradiction. And no matter what you choose, it feels like the wrong path. You lie awake at night doing math you don't understand. Not for school, but for survival. Can you afford to move out? Can you afford therapy? Can you even afford to live? Meanwhile, everyone else looks like they're thriving. Their feed is filled with 19-year-olds making 6 figures. Digital nomads on beaches. Mentors selling courses on how to escape the rat race. You click, wondering if they're onto something. Or just selling you the same scam in better packaging. The worst part, you feel guilty for being scared. Like you're ungrateful. Like you're weak, but you're not. You're just growing up in a world that promised everything and delivered anxiety. You were told you could be anything, but you were never taught how to be okay. So here you are, 17, maybe 18, maybe older. Scared to look ahead, ashamed to look back, and trying to survive in a world that doesn't feel made for humans anymore. You post the photo, check the likes, scroll a bit. It's a routine now, a ritual, like brushing your teeth or pretending to listen in class. You smile at the screen, type haha, oh my god, same on some meme, and hope no one notices the irony. Because deep down, you haven't laughed for real in weeks. Everything feels like performance. You perform happiness, perform friendships, perform sanity. Even your pain has to be packaged neatly for attention. Cry too loudly and you're dramatic. Stay silent and you're cold. There's no right way to feel anymore. Only viral ways. You're surrounded by notifications, flooded with content, drowning in updates, and yet you've never felt lonelier. It's not just being alone in your room. It's the kind of loneliness that sits in your chest, even when you're with others. Like you're watching life happen through a window you can't open. You go to parties, smile in group selfies, laugh at TikToks with your friends, but something feels hollow, like you're there. ... But not really. You start to wonder if they actually know you, if anyone does, or if you've just become really good at faking it. You open up once, maybe twice, and they say, "You'll be fine." Or worse, they make it about themselves. So now you bottle it up, rehearse responses, say "I'm good" when you're not, because being honest is exhausting. Vulnerability is currency now, and you're broke. Even when you try to unplug, it doesn't help. Silence used to be peaceful. Now it's terrifying. It forces you to think, to feel, and there's so much buried under your curated self that you're scared of what might come up. So you plug back in. It's just to drown it out again. You thought being a teen meant freedom. Instead, it's pretending you're okay, while slowly unraveling under invisible weight. It's being told, these are the best years of your life, while quietly praying that's not true, because if this is the best, what's left? And still, ... you keep going. You laugh. You post. You say, "I'm just tired." Everyone believes you. No one asks further. And honestly, you don't even know what you'd say if they did. So, you made it. Another day, another scroll, another moment of pretending everything's fine when your soul is quietly screaming into the void. You look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back. It's not because you've changed, but because you've edited yourself so many times to fit in. You're not sure what the unfiltered version even looks like anymore. You're told to be unique, but not too different. Stand out, but fit in. Express yourself, but don't be cringe. Be real, but keep the mask on, just in case. Adulthood? That's the promise on the other side, right? It gets better. They always say that. But deep down, you're not sure you believe them. If anything, adulthood just looks like more bills, more pressure, and less time to feel, so you cope. Survive. You get through the day however you can. Maybe with memes. Maybe with a playlist that makes you cry for reasons you can't explain. Maybe with silence. Whatever works. Because the truth is, being a modern teen isn't just hard, it's relentless. It's trying to find meaning in a world that constantly tells you what you should be, while never stopping to ask who you really are. And yet here you are, still breathing, still thinking, still hoping, maybe, that someday someone will understand, that maybe it will get better. Or maybe, just maybe, you're not as alone as you think, because right now, someone else is doomscrolling too. Feeling the same weight, the same numbness? Watching this video? Wondering if it's finally okay to say out loud? Yeah, it sucks, but I'm still here. And maybe that's enough for today. If you felt seen, stick around. More brutal truths. More uncomfortable laughs. More reminders that you're not the only one wondering what the hell is going on. Subscribe or don't. You're already surviving the hardest. Level just being you.